Hello, hello. There we go. Now my mic's on. Welcome to another art stream here. Excuse me. Grabbing a drink quick. So today, I am going to hopefully be finishing this thing I've been working on for the past couple of weeks that I thought I was going to be able to get done last week, but I think it was a combination of time and lack of a legs reference that I wound up needing. Alright, but just as a refresher, drawing several bear VTubers. I've gotten most of them done. I am actually just missing one from this full piece that I'm doing, but it's going to be in, it is in the style of this Power Rangers pose. And the VTubers in question, the Vtubears in question, are Hero, the Binka Bear, the Beans, the Bear, a Mega Bronson, and finally Bear Werebear, who I now, as soon as I go back to Discord and save it again, now have my leg reference for him, which I originally didn't think I was going to need, but turns out as I load the piece in progress, turns out there's enough empty space here that his feet, at the very least, if not part of his legs as well, are definitely going to be visible. And this is absolutely not the finished drawing for him. That is a placeholder. In fact, let's go ahead and get rid of that before we get going. No, Super Mega Man X, I will not give you those at all. You'll have to get them yourself. Geez, you're putting me on the spot here. Wow. You know, Nightbot, I don't actually have you set to do that, so it's fascinating that you did that. That is absolutely fascinating. I apparently need to take a quick detour to adjust Nightbot because I absolutely did not tell it to do that. Alright. Let's have a look-see here. Ah, here we go. Excess caps, disable excess, disable. Links are already disabled by default. I mean, all this shit that I want. Alright, Nightbot. I've disabled all of these. Because frankly, anything that I want stopped is already being stopped by Twitch. Like, I don't know, I think it made it a little funnier that it just kept in the way of your bit. You burst through the door of my club, shouting out letters, and fucking the bouncer, the Nightbot, just says no. Fucking, hold on. Nightbot just came up to you, you're yelling, and went, no. Yes. Shut. Also, hello, Bear. How's it going? I know you were excited for today, because I'm actually finally getting around to you. So yes, all we have left is our Green Ranger here. So, everyone else has turned out pretty decent. We'll see how this comes out, because, I will say, I've never considered actual human characters to be my specialty. Far from it. I mean, admittedly, I'm not as bad as I used to be, but, like, I just don't draw human characters that often. I think the most recent one that I did was, this piece here that was doing the Simpsons. Are you making fun of the way I look when I drive my automobile? I had Randon and Professor Lando, as well as some others. I don't think it's too bad. In fact, dare I say, I love how the crumpled up pants came out. It's a weird thing to say. Also, this is why I don't draw cars, because good golly. That was with largely just tracing from the episode. Okay, so I actually don't even need most of these references up anymore, so just wanted to do a refresher. Okay, so Super Mega Man X. So you've watched The Simpsons, right? Okay. There's a short segment in an episode called what is it? Some amount of short stories about Springfield. I can't recall. But no, 22, there it is. 22 short films about Springfield. It's an episode with a whole bunch of, like, short segments that were intended to focus on side characters that hadn't gotten much attention. Nelson's involves him. Yes, it's the episode where Steamed Hams comes from. Nelson's involves him laughing at everyone until a guy who's comically tall but driving a comically tiny car gets fed up with him, and as punishment, pulls Nelson's pants down and makes him walk in front of the car while everyone laughs at him. Yeah, this bit here. This isn't the exact frame I used, but that's the scene in question for this bit of Randon fan art. Obviously, I didn't do all the people because fuck drawing that many people. Oh no, you're stuck in ad hell. Well, let's at least get towards starting here. Okay. Because we now have the legs. Because, yeah, I would say feet are definitely going to be visible. As low detail as it's going to be, the fact that they're going to be there means that I have to have at least some sort of an inkling of what they're supposed to look like. Okay, well, I don't know what you missed, so just the piece that I brought up was a reference to that episode that I made. And I may or may not in the future make more references to Simpsons stuff as random fan art. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get going because I want to not get distracted too much today like I did last week. So we have our bear werebear here to draw, along with his legs. Being said, so his height, I'm not entirely certain how to keep this in line. And yes, we are Zeldaing tonight. Here, let's maybe keep Mega Bronson here as kind of a height reference for everyone else. I say that the heights have been all out of whack. Okay. Now, first thing that we always do here. Where's his line layer? Did I not make one? Not of. Oh no, there it is. It's actually already on it. So, Green Ranger's pose here. I went over it last time, but I need to go over it again just as the reference. So, he's straightforward. Actually pull this hair back a bit. He's straightforward. Elbow there, hand up. And then just... the legs appear to just be straight down. I don't think he's doing anything else. So it should just be like... that. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of the pose. This is the kind of pose that you're told to get into in like a in like those hiking guides to scare off a bear. You know, you're supposed to like be big, put your arms like way up like that. Like this is exactly the bear scaring pose. I'm only just realizing this. Except, you know, he has his hands forward, so he's all Power Rangers-y. Like, I'm there in the front. So he's gonna be a bit in the back. Then there's the question of how I do everything, because he's got a people face under that bear face. How do I want to do this? Question. I probably should have thought of that between last week and now, honestly, but, you know, that would require me to do any sort of forethought or preparation or planning or anything even remotely intelligent. The thing on his head is still going to have a big old muzzle. I think that's what we're going to start with. Start with making this, and then make a people face underneath the muzzle. And then just kind of go from there. And yeah, the muzzle will be facing left, since drawing these big old cartoony muzzles straight forward just looks kind of weird. I could show exactly why, but I worry I would tangent. Maybe don't do the muzzle quite as big because it's not as important on him. And this is... Welcome to my weekly agonizing over drawing ovals. I think I did a song about it last time. Because, you know, most people learn how to draw an oval when they're in elementary school. However many years strong, I still can't bust it out clearly. What's an oval? It's a circle that someone sat on. Next question. Oh, ovals. And the best part is this would totally be a lot easier if I actually used a tablet or anything. But no, I am pretty solidly... Hey, there we go. Pretty solidly using a mouse. Didn't kind of give a flat top to the nose here. Trying to make all the noses look a little different. So it's not just all my big ol' ovular, cartoony schnoz. Okay, and then technically that's only half the muzzle. So, no mouth to be drawn there. That is true, and it's not going to be an issue. I don't take it as an issue. I take it as a challenge, because I look at this and I'm like, okay, I have to adapt this to my style, and that is something I take as a challenge. So do not worry. I actually should also open this up as a reference on my other monitor, so I don't have to keep switching tabs here. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe update the reference picture on the stream. Which, frankly, at this point is just becoming an ongoing gag of just stacking my reference pictures for no goddamn reason. Where's my folder? Well, that's a big one. Get you down a bit. Okay. That's our reference we're working with. Gotta be around there. No, not under Mega Bronson. Then there we go. Yeah. Here, wait. Let's just make them out of the way. This is me getting distracted. Okay, wait. We can combine them. We have the technology. There we go. Good enough. Yeah, don't mind me just stacking my reference pictures there. Keeping everything nice and orderly. Okay. So, this is like a hood. So, it goes over the shoulders, too. So, is that a cowl, then? Is that what that's called? Forget. Don't know every bit of clothing. I try. Actually keep this low since it matter as much. Okay, here, wait. Maybe I'm gonna be facing forward, so get your people. And yes, all the bears come out as beans. People's faces are very, very round, so it's always something like that. So I guess say goodbye to your square jawline. Oh my god, you know what I just realized? This is gonna wind up looking like you're wearing one of those souvenir Goofy hats from Disneyland. So I just illustrated quick, copyright-free Goofy. Just you got the. Does he have the? Yeah. And then just. Or however the hell Goofy looks. See? If I can't draw him well enough to show that it's Goofy, they can't get me in court. Judge will look at this and be like, what the fuck is this? It doesn't look anything like Goofy. Case dismissed. And also, I think it's because I still have Simpsons on the brain here, Super Mega Man X. But you said there's just like, slow down there, Billy. You're not on the moon yet. Actually, let's make the rest of the bear top later. Let's get this body shape handled, and then we can make it all around it. That's another thing, is people have a lack of shoulders. Often necks, too. Did I draw necks on the Lando Randon thing? I gotta double check. I have a neck. No, none of you have necks. Okay. I didn't think I had started adapting necks into my neck. Yeah. Necks into my art style. So, hell, I've barely started adapting ears into my art style. Okay. But it's gonna be interesting height-wise. Because overall, move up a bit. Height-wise is good. The comparison to everyone else is going to be interesting here. But I'll just make it and see what comes of it. Okay, remember he's facing straight forward, so no shenanigans. I always just a kind of... like, there's the torso. Fix things later. The legs are just straight. So I'll probably, right here at least, make sure he's standing in a position that he can actually, like, his own weight, so to say. That's gotta be thicker. Not have tiny spindly legs. There we go. What do I know? Now, how exactly does this work? You see, I'm also kind of learning some, like, my entire style has been learn as you go. So, anatomy things especially. John Benjamin. I have not gotten that one yet. I have not gotten that. I enjoy the characters that he plays. I think it's I think it's just when I let my voice just kind of start just dropping a bit, and I'm not really talking all that fast. If I could think of a good quote from like home movies, I'd pull it out, but yeah, no, definitely with the kind of the bassy voice. Nah, I understand that. My voice carries a lot too because of that. Like, pull that back a bit. The arm isn't so chunky. But again, we need to not have spindly arms. He's a bear man after. Good except for the end. Let's fix that. I've really been in the mood to play Ocarina of Time again. I think just because, like, I don't know, the music's been coming up a lot for some reason. Like, just in general playlists that I've been hearing, like, either from people's streams or just myself. I have, like, a, when I'm driving, I have a playlist of, video game songs I listen to, and recently, yeah, and on your playlist too, Seishin. Yes, exactly. Recently, Ocarina of Time has been coming up an awful lot. And then to top it all off, Vtubear has been playing 3DS version stream. This needs to be more straight, I think. So I'm just kind of looking at this. If I want this to be authentic, the hands kind of got to be like, you know. Yeah, you need some variety in your life. 14 has good songs, but I wouldn't want to only listen to that. Especially, well, the thing is, like, 14 also uses a lot of songs from other Final Fantasies. So there's that at least, but, like, you know, other games out there. Okay, so we got the basic body frame down here. I'll work on everything as we go along. But this is what we're going to be building on. I'm definitely going to have to do some adjusting on this hands, especially since, like, I think I have to actually pull together and make hands here. Okay. So I think I'm gonna make this owl hood from the bottom up. That makes sense. With it's like... You like that? But yeah, no, I've been having the itch to play Ocarina of Time again. Whether I would do that on stream or not, I'm not sure. I might just save that for personal playtime, but I don't know. Yeah, I just finished with Wind Waker. I had a decent enough time with it. It's not my favorite Zelda game, but it's absolutely not my least. Yeah. That's always the thing, is like, I have to save some games for just what I play in my off time, because, like, if I only play video, like, if the only time I play video games is on stream, then I feel like video games are just gonna feel like, you know, could almost start to feel like work, I suppose. I wouldn't want that. Yeah, exactly. Right now, off stream, I'm actually playing Like a Dragon Ishin, which Seishun got for me. I've been enjoying that, but Like a Dragon slash Yakuza is just a good series, so that would never be a series I play on stream either. There's too much to get caught up doing, and frankly, like, that's a game where the story is super important. I haven't played many. I've only actually played um Yakuza Kiwami and now Ishin that I'm going through. I excuse me. I watched Seishun play Yakuza 0, as well as most of when she played Yakuza Kiwami 2. But my first exposure to the series overall was I watched somebody named Lethal Feline do a let's play of Yakuza 4, which I wound up not being able to see all of because he was doing that in the middle of his let's play of that. That's when Sega started doing all their bullshit video takedowns when that new Shining Force game, I say new, when that Shining Force game was coming out, and they were like just deleting gameplay videos off of YouTube whether or not they were Shining Force. Which thankfully they seem to have grown out of. But yeah, that caused him to take his the rest of his Yakuza 4 Let's Play and put it on like his private website for upload. And that involved downloading via torrent, which I haven't done since like 2011, 2012. So I don't even have a program for it right now. But that just means that at some point I can just go and play Yakuza 4 on my own. looking at the hood here. Has a lot of give, the hood. Because, like, you'll see it, like, it has the capacity to be sat upon a much taller head. A lot of slack. Which honestly you would want. You wouldn't want a hood to be super tight. So I'm trying to decide how best to show this off with my limited capacity. Let's be honest. My drawing ain't exactly spectacular, but here, what if this is just part of the flap there, so it goes like that, kind of puffs out a little. Yeah, I think that looks a bit better. And of course we add ears. There are some ears. Too crazy because we don't want it to overall be too tall. Not eyes here, but not his main eyes. Just oh yeah, no, the Yakuza series is fantastic. And the fact that they always, like, they get put on sale so frequently for such good deals that, like, and there's so much content to them. You really get your bang for your buck with the Yakuza series. And now, Werebear, don't forgive me if I can't correctly identify by name a lot of these things you have on. I am to put it very lightly, not particularly cultured. I am, as the Hollow Stars would put it, very pale. And do not get out of town particularly often. Got a lot here that I want to make sure I at least represent some of. Because that's another sort of challenge with my style here, is I have to pick and choose which bits of details to leave in. I had to do that a lot with Jiro, actually. It's a lot of examining and seeing what details are important to keep and what I can kind of go a little easier on or possibly even over. But I'm trying my best to include as much as I can and have this at least somewhat accurate. Oh god, it's the music for the Forest Temple. Forest Temple always takes me so goddamn long. Usually due to the fact that there is a chest. Excuse me. There's a chest in the very first room that has a key that I almost always miss. Very interesting, very interesting piece to where right in the middle there. I think we can hide the Power Rangers lair. That's like not a circle. A little off. Like slightly rounder on the bottom. Like a little wider at the bottom and slightly narrower on top. Oh. Excuse me. Yeah, it's only kind of slight. Could almost mistake that for being perfectly round, but it's not. I am going here and make sure I am satisfied how it looks. That may have to be good enough. Excuse me. Got a lot of coughing in me for some reason tonight. Okay. That pattern on it, I'll just go ahead and do on the color layer. You know, I am actually kind of happy now that got pushed to kind of being its own thing. I feel like if I had done this last week, then I might have felt pressured to leave out more detail. But with it just being this week, actually just I can actually just focus on detail. Especially since I do plan on including some sort of background with this. Not sure what. I might even just see if I can find, like, an old set picture from the show to use, and just use that as a background. Are actually layered exactly like that, huh? See, I can do this okay because I'm a madman who, even when I draw circles that are very small on top of existing lines, I can still sort of see how the circle is supposed to be. At least enough to fix it like that. But like I said, I'm a madman, so your mileage may vary when attempting to do the same thing. What's a circle? It's an oval that no one has sat on yet. Did I pass your test? Okay. And then this is all held together on him by wraps that very quickly go underneath the cowl. So it can be like that. There. I normally don't go into such detail like that, but you know, especially on something that's probably going to wind up being hidden. But you know what? I did promise that I would give everyone their individual pieces along with the group shot, so you should make sure everything is there. Including another detail I want to add up here on the muzzle, just so that there's something. Yes, I'm aware that line should be going up to his nose. It doesn't matter. All right. But before we move on any further down, let's have a look at these arms. Well, you kind of do. But you know, that works. Actually, it almost kind of looks like these side bits are like little arms, and you're just giving like a little bear a piggyback ride. You know what? That works. Alright. Hands. Every artist's nightmare. I am no exception. I normally just do these little flipper things and call it a day. But the big stinky butt. I have to convey this sort of flat hand sign that he's doing effectively. So I think I can maybe still get away with flippers if I just make sure to include a thumb. So, like, the artist nightmares creating art. Well, you know. Quite right. It doesn't have to stay that way. If you are interested in getting better, there is always time. And don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't. Absolutely never let anyone tell you that you can't. And if someone tries to discourage you, you say, fuck you, and you keep going. Trying to get better at something too, like, it's important to have a goal in mind of like what you would like to see from yourself, but at the same time you need to not necessarily compare yourself to how others do, whether that be through how they currently do things, how quickly they adapted things. Everyone is different and learns at different rates. I didn't mean for this to become an inspirational speech or anything, but kind of went that way. As I'm sitting here hoping to God that these will be viewed as thumbs. Alright. Come to think of it, that stuff on the back actually be too. So it's largely just gonna be, I guess it's wrapping there on the wrist. So we'll just do like that. And then go in with a small line. Go wrapping. Different line levels. That's kind of how wrapping winds up. Okay. I think that's all I need to do right now on the arms, I think. You know what else that I should do? I should save. Didn't save once so far. It's fine. If, I actually said this on the last, member stream when Randon was, drawing stuff and he, just didn't save a work throughout the entire time working on it until the very end when he was gonna send it out. Just like, yeah, if you know, if the program crashes and you lose the work, then the work wasn't strong enough to survive anyway. I'm actually looking at these wraps again, and they actually go... They go just about between your wrist and... They're like on your entire forearm. I need to represent this a bit better then. Hold on. These wraps are longer than this. Something closer to this long. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy, it's the song that you hear when you play Ganonball. I love Ganonball. There we go, that's a bit better. Alright, FaceTime. Let's see. So what were you trying to do there, Super Mega Man X? Because it just got censored. If you're trying to do a link of any kind, that would certainly be why. Alright. Yeah. And, you know, I really wish that Twitch had inlaid images. There was a streaming site alternative to Twitch that crashed and burned a long time ago, as they all tend to do. That was called Hitbox. And it had inlay chat images. Give you a nice little confident smirk here as you stand in the background. I'll even include your nose for no extra charge. That's a little big. So I actually can't even see the link at all. It just completely censored it. What you would want to do, if you wanted to share something, midstream like that, like an image or something, what you could do is actually post it to, the Discord, and I'd be able to see it there. Post it to the Discord. I need more traffic. Oh, by the way, I have a Discord now. I'll go ahead and plop the thing here. If you wish to receive alerts when I go live or engage in other Discord type shenaniganry related to bear wizards and wizard bears, feel free to join. Yeah, and I'll make sure to get everything on your face here. That's going to be handled on the color layer. The singular color layer. Everyone gets one color layer. I may have to leave out these earrings. They're nice. I just don't know how to squeeze them in without them looking weird. Yeah, I may. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to omit the earrings. Oh, where are you going? Okay. time to work on them legs. So we're going to start this. You completely remove this line that I make. Making the basic body shape. We'll start with this thing. I'm completely at a loss for what you would call it. I'm just gonna call it the fanciest belt buckle I ever seen in my entire life. I'll also say, if I misidentify any parts of this outfit, feel free to correct me. I am open to learning more about this. I may be uncultured, but I do not wish to remain uncultured. If that makes sense. Now, this is going to be a real challenge. Saying this even remotely right. So yeah, I have to swap out the music real quick. We've reached the end of the soundtrack. And what do we do when we finish up Ocarina of Time's soundtrack? Well, let's just mosey on over to the Majora's Mask soundtrack, because why the hell not? Up slightly. Yeah, I like that. Okay. But yes, like I said, if I misidentify anything, or if you would like to explain any part of the ensemble here in any detail, feel free to. All very interesting. Oh, also, I suppose I should have a look at... Yes, exactly. Some trite inspirational quote about overcoming some things or some shit. I don't know, fuck off. Yes. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Oh, fantastic. I am going to go crazy drawing this, aren't I? Almost. 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 Oh, well, Vite, why don't you just copy and paste the one you already made? No. It don't work like that. All right. That'll have to do. Dash. Something that sits on your weight. Okay. So then from here, basically goes to the knee. Interacts with the insides of the legs weirdly. Have to get over the extra thick lines. That's literally just like a black line that goes down it, isn't it? That I can just go ahead and do here. All right. Alright, yeah, I actually like how that's shaped. The outside leg line there. Okay. Yeah, this actually ain't turning out half bad so far. Whew. Thankfully, the line art is most of the actual work. Okay. Need to correct this, like, angles a little. Yes, I will obsess over things like that. So something more like that is right. Like, the whole thing's technically off a bit, but, you know, you fix what you can. Okay. Then we'll just do some simple bit for the shoes. Like, for an example of shoes that have been done. How wears shoes. And that's how the shoes turned out. Ellsworth. Zero wears shoes? Yeah. And that's how that turned out. So might put a little bit of the razzle dazzle here. Then hung up too much over it, Vite. It's just shoes. Not gonna do too great there. But, I mean, once again, we do what we can with what we got. Okay. We got some, I was gonna say we got some bells and whistles here, but no, we just got some bells. might just do the one set. And omit the fur as well. Especially since I don't want to spend forever on this. I could spend forever on this. I absolutely would. And I would agonize over every second to make sure I got it right. Okay. I think that's it for details. The lines. Yeah. I don't need to draw the things on the arms because they're actually facing back, so they wouldn't be seen. I went ahead and actually made him that tall. Alright. And yes, I've also seen that you do have hair on the inside of your hood. We're gonna have to omit that too. So, it's there, just not visible. Okay. Next. The colors layer, which is actually going to take me a bit more time because I did a lot of more smaller lines here. And then you also have some details that I need to color in as well. Okay. You know what? If that crack in my shoulder has told me anything, I need to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I gotta go do a stretch here. Everyone else, get up and stretch. Go to the bathroom, whatever you gotta do. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. And it is time that go back to kindergarten. We are going to do some coloring. Yay! Fur color, muzzle color. This we can go ahead and fill. Hold on. Let's hide the Power Rangers layer again. Alright. Skin tone, I'll just take that. Hopefully that'll be okay to use as a flat color skin tone. Because, yeah, as you saw with the others and with myself here, we deal in flat colors here. Oh, right. Ha 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 ha. I forgot to switch off of the BRB screen. Thank you. Man, that would have been great. I just do the rest of this with the BRB screen up. Like, nope, you don't get to see it. So, that's what we've done so far. So hopefully that is an acceptable flat color for skin tone. Because everything only gets one color. There shall be no shading. Shading is for the strong. Shading is for the people who know how to shade properly. And, I don't. My style is entirely self-taught. And I have found that I can't really teach myself teaching self whatever shading. It just doesn't happen. Alright. I think of the best way to do this, while still being at least most correct. About like this line there. Okay, and then we go in and correct the colors here. Grab that while we're at it. That actually. There. Lower pen size. Green. Green. Alright, folks, agonize with me over single pixels. Does it look square? Who the hell knows? Does it have to look perfect? No. Will I agonize over the fact that it doesn't look perfect? Absolutely. All part of being an artist, folks. I would feel weird leaving out a detail like that. I mean, admittedly, yes, you are right. It could just be left gold and be just fine. But it's something that I can do quickly without losing my mind. What are you doing? Okay, fine. Okay. Now I'm trying to think over on your arms. Obviously, this would be visible. I'm thinking the square parts on your shoulders wouldn't be. I'm now like kind of doing the pose myself. I'm trying to see like that. Yeah, that entire bit just kind of. Not sure. Maybe just have it be slightly visible. Like that. I think it might be. Okay. While I still have the screen selected, let's just go ahead and fill this bad boy in. As I'm doing this, almost every time that I handle a color layer, I remember back in high school when I was first taking a digital art class. Teacher had us using Photoshop CS2. That's what I initially learned a lot of stuff on. That's of course pretty obsolete these days, but he had the most absolutely ass backwards way of handling color layers that I swear just about any other way you could handle color layers is easier. Because the way he taught new color layers was literally to, like, you would do your line art. And then what he said to do was to use the pen tool of all things, and using that, go along your line art to create pen lines that you would then, like, convert into a selection to then add the color within that. And it seems like the most roundabout way to possibly get something like that done. Like, did it get the job done? Yes. Was it quick? No. Tedious? Yes. Was it enjoyable? No. Alright, here we go. This pattern. How well can I recreate this? Let's go. It's got to be a smaller pen. With the size 3. Oh. Looks neat. I really like it. Like, can I take a moment and just say that I actually really like a lot of your design? And I wish I could do it a little better justice than my art style allows. It's the primary reason why my design is so simple, is because I've never really been one to take the time to really sit there and hammer out details and figure it out. I'm kind of impatient when it comes to a lot of that. Trying to get better. Honestly, that's partially what these art streams are for. So that I can learn how to just slow down, relax. I don't have to get everything out, like, immediately. I can try and make something look steep. Because I mentioned this, I think, last time. I'll mention it again. like a lot of my art style kind of spawned from like I'd be drawing in class because that's what you do in class is you don't pay attention and you just draw on your notebook. At least that's what I did. And so my drawing style came about from a need to draw things quickly. Get the idea onto the piece of paper before anyone called you out for drawing in class or asked or noticed you were drawing and asked the dreaded question, "Hey, what you drawing?" You slept or ditched, at least in high school. Yeah, I never, here's the thing. I never ditched school. I absolutely 100% slept for a fair amount of, like, early classes in school. Although, to be completely fair to me, I was taking, at least in the, at least in the first semester every year in high school, I was doing what my school referred to as a 0-hour class, and that entailed being at school early before normal school started. And for that, I was in, yeah, I was in marching band. That's how I got 0-houred. This marching band stuff took place before school. And so I think I can be excused for sleeping in class when I had to get up so early to go do marching band shit. Oh yes, I was in band class at Super Mega Man X. I played the trumpet from the age that we had to select some sort of like in at the elementary school I went to, we had to pick some sort of a music elective to join. I think it was in 5th grade. If we didn't, then the ones who didn't did extra PE. You got out of that by playing an instrument or doing choir of some variety. I chose the trumpet, and I played that all the way from 5th grade all the way through high school. I have not touched my trumpet since graduating high school. That's a lie. I haven't actually really played anything, though. But yeah, through all 4 years of high school, I did marching band, which also meant that I had to be at every single football game. Ah, you got a bunch of choir people in here, huh? First off, fix that a little. Ah. Yeah, see, that's actually how I got out of doing any sports or, PE classes in general in high school. Was, um, if I took marching band for 3 semesters, and marching band was always in the first semester of the year because that's when the football season is, then that counted as my PE credit. I did it all 4 years because I had fun with it. It was a good experience, and I'm glad I did it, despite all of the early mornings and having to be there at the football games and stuff on Saturdays, on the weekends, and crap. Aside from that, I actually played the trumpet in my school's jazz band as well. I didn't do the symphonic bands. I got tired of that shit once I hit junior high. But jazz bands, that was all me. Occurring to me, I should have put down the regular skin tone first here. Oh well. Yes, I do like jazz. Memes aside. Now, I wasn't ever the best at the trumpet. I was, at least in high school, I was basically eternal third part. But sometimes it's nice just chilling in the low part where no one really expects anything of you. Didn't ever get to do solos, but that's fine because I was terrible at improvising. There was literally one day in class for jazz band, like, that class always opened up with just doing like a once over. Everyone in the class like does a solo to warm up. There was at least one time, I think it was a couple, where I just said, fuck it. I picked one note and just played a bullshit rhythm without changing notes at all. Which, sounded great on a trumpet. I was like, there's my fucking solo. I just picked a note and played a rhythm with it. I totally should have done the skin tone first. I don't know what I was thinking. Probably something along the lines of, I can just put the green parts down first. It'll be fine. I originally got into jazz because before he switched over to primarily listening to dad rock, my dad was big into jazz. frankly, if I didn't live in an apartment, I had an idea once for a kind of stream to do, like, as for a bit of variety, like, what I've been doing with these art streams here to just get away from doing video games all the time. Do a stream where I attempt to relearn how to play the trumpet. However, I live in an apartment. And I have many, many, many neighbors. And while some of my neighbors may not be particularly great with keeping noise down at certain times, I'm not going to be joining them in being inconsiderate about that. So, maybe if I ever defeat the millennial condition and become a homeowner, maybe then we can see some trumpet streams. But first, I must defeat capitalism. You know, this. I think this is time for me to gripe. I was like, we were so close, Station and I, to actually like realistically start to look at a house. Like, we were so close. And then the fact that I live in an at-will employment state kicked in, and, you know, lost my job for literally no reason. I've even confirmed that, too. I've confirmed it was for literally no reason. It was literally because they just wanted to fire, like, at least one person from each department of the company. And I happened to be the one they picked in my department, so... Huzzah! But yeah. And I'm not gonna say that, I'm not gonna say anyone would have been more deserving of being let go, because that's just... I wouldn't wish it on anyone. But it just sucks that it had to be me. But that's life sometimes. That being said, it hasn't been all bad. I've managed to do more streaming, I've put myself out there a bit more. I've met people, well, online now. As if I hadn't met people online before, but you know. I've met more people, as shown by the fact that I'm drawing people that I've met. And You know, I'd like to imagine that I'm making some kind of progress with something in some way. Even just by doing this. That might just be me trying to stay positive about the whole thing. But you know what? It's important too. Alright, I think I am going to just not go crazy on the shoes here. I'm going to put this, this sort of teal, turquoisey color down, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go crazy with the shoe pattern. Because I just looked over at the time and realized I still need to do a background. And this piece is not going to take me 4 weeks. This is getting done tonight. Damn it. Okay. Have I missed anything? Let's slowly go up here. I think we're good. That would be our finished dude. You know what? Hold on. I say this. I want to put the little bell things here. Some lines there. Help denote these are bells. Okay, that's it. We're good. Whew. So now it's time to bring the full arrangement together here. And now let's see how much of your legs I really needed. Not a lot. But you know what? You'll have them for the individual one. It's alright. Like I said, I wanted everyone to be able to have an individual one too. Even if a lot of the details get missed in the group shot. So let's go ahead and compare. Yeah, I'm gonna take all of these, like I'll send you this, and you can do whatever you want with it. I think Mega Bronson already asked if he could use it for like something with a stream, maybe like a schedule. So I don't know what he said. I think he just asked if he could use it for something. But yeah, I will go ahead and just say yeah. I'm gonna send you yours individually along with the group shot, and you can use it for whatever you want. You have my permission to go crazy. But let's compare it. Yeah? Yeah, I think that's looking about right. Looking pretty cool. And I'll go ahead and reiterate this in case anyone's watching that didn't last week. Any other bear VTubers. Doesn't even matter if I've met you yet or anything. any other bear VTubers that want to be included with this, feel free to reach out to me. I am more than willing to expand this into a larger group pose. Like, I actually would really like to see, like, this just be the start of it. Added some other Power Ranger poses everywhere else and just make it big with as many bears as we can. Like, I think that would be really cool. Okay. As for background, let me see if they have any, like, empty set pictures. Ooh. Answer is sort of, but not any that would really work for this that I'm seeing. A crazy looking set too. I just thought of something stupid, and I think I have to stop myself before this gets out of hand. I was imagining drawing, like, the set myself and replacing Zordon with, like, just Brandon's face. I'm like, no, I need to calm down here. As stupid as that would be, I need to calm down here and not go so crazy. Maybe sometime later. Maybe sometime later I can do that. Maybe after I expand on it. Oh, just put Orby in a tube. Oh. I think that might just be something for a future part of this. I think, let's see. I might just do something simple for now. And, like, that's the thing, is, like, I was thinking, like, God, I would have to actually draw this correctly. Because now the idea is just... The idea is evolving in my head too quickly, and I almost want to do it. Like, it's Randon's face in the fucking Zordon tube, but it's, like, a little too small, and his face is getting, like, pressed up against the glass. Ah! No, I have to rein myself in. This is getting too complicated as is. Let's keep it simple for right now. If I want to expand on it later, like once maybe I get someone else who wants to be included on it, like in line, then maybe I can do a stupid background with smush face Randon sword on. For right now. Maybe not a black gradient. Oh. Ah. Learning new things with this every day. Oh, that's bright. Rainbow. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that someday, but I think I'm going to save it for when, like, I actually expand this. So I want to do the rainbows, the rainbow a bit to, I mean, that's the whole point of the Power Rangers, is a rainbow. I think it might be a bit too distracting. Although I could, like, just tone it down a bit, like, I could just find a way to darken it. Alright, and hello and welcome to Byte pokes around a program that he barely knows how to use to try to find a functionality. I'm sorry, did I forget to color Bibinka's teeth? Hold on. Slam on the brakes here. Miss Bibinko, why are your teeth blue? Oh, blue teeth on my watch. What the hell's going on? Who's getting paid to draw blue teeth? No one. No one's getting paid. Kind of the point. Oh, I think I know. We make a multiply layer. And then we fill it with, like... Yeah. That way it's a little less, we can still have our rainbow, but it's not so glaring on the eyes. You'll watch your hands and you'll like it. I want to do some of these bursts. I really like this as a tool. Actually, what if we just did the bursts? Hydrate. Yes. Right on it, boss. Because, like, it's just a simple tool for doing that. It's just one tool that does it, too. Like, I love it. Oh my god. That is a color explosion. Maybe, cool it with the amount of bursts I do. Hold on. Let's dial it back a bit. Be realistic here. Need our red burst. We definitely need a yellow burst. In fact, that may be good enough. Although I've had the thought, I think I want to be able to have the entire burst be visible in case people want to use it with, you know what, yeah. We'll have no background other than the burst. Let me move these to something that will fit it all. And then reduce it from there. All right. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's just the right size, too. All right. And then we remove the paper layer. And we'll have our transparency. I think I'm willing to call that done. There, here we go. Save it there. Save it there. Save a PNG. We'll call that good. Damn. I'm happy with this. I definitely want to do the more detailed backgrounds later, but like I said, I think that's for when I expand this, if I ever get the chance to. But I'm gonna call that done. Then I was thinking I might still have time to do something else today, but I'm not. I'm not entirely sure if I do now. I can at least brainstorm it. Been thinking of possibly doing a batch of emotes on stream, as terrible as they might turn out, but you know, maybe if I put in some effort, they can be not terrible. Because one thing is that I actually need... I need to figure out what kind of emotes people even want. I have a couple ideas, but yeah, ideas only get you so far. I'll have it figured out by next week. Maybe I'll have another inspiration strike me. There's also a couple other people that I've wanted to draw, like Big Ham or Normal Mar. Maybe I can just do some individual things. That's for me to figure out later, though. And anything else would just be me just muttering to myself right now. Alright, so yeah, I think that's gonna go ahead and do me for today. I'll make sure... I'm gonna post this on my... I'm gonna post it in the Discord. I'll post it on the Twitter. And for the people pictured here, I'll be sending out the group as well as the individual ones to you, like, by themselves. And feel free to use them for whatever you want. And also, if you happen to see any other Bear VTubers out there that aren't on this, you know, feel free to give them a little nudge and say, hey, White likes drawing bears in Power Rangers poses. Anyway. So thank y'all for coming today. I appreciate it. Let's see. Who do I want to send you guys over to today? You know what? I don't think I've ever raided Nomi before. I'll send you over, send you guys over to Nomi. Say hi to Nomi for me. Anyway, my next scheduled stream will be Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Pacific. For going to be playing more 3D Dot Game Heroes. There will probably be another Dark Souls 3 stream in the afternoon before then, but I'll post when and if that happens. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Go say hi to Nomi. And I hope to see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.